Alright, guys. This is something that's been weighing on my head for a long time. And I think God just found a way for me to talk about this. It bugs me the way cops can walk up to you and say, "Give me ID, you look suspicious." And then you tell them, because of my Fourth Amendment, I don't have to, because that's evasion of my privacy. Then they can turn around, arrest you falsely, put you in cuffs, take you downtown, get your ID, and then release you. What they just did was steal your identity. That is theft. They used force to do it. No different than gang members, no different from someone else hacking your ID online. It is criminal behavior. Okay? A lot of people don't know this, but did you know George Washington sat down and prayed 3 to 4 hours a day before going in and writing the Constitution? This is why they say the Constitution is a sacred bond between us humans and God. So the Constitution is more than just words on a piece of paper. It is a declaration between a promise between us and God. If we want to keep allowing people to do this to us, imagine what could happen if we go to heaven allowing this. Because what is allowed in heaven will be allowed here. So what we say goes will go in heaven. I don't want to be bullied in heaven because someone else thinks that they're better than I am. And that's what we have here. We have to get our boundaries back. If I'm not breaking the law, cops don't have a right to come up and mess with me. They don't have a right to ID me. They don't have a right to do any of that. If they do, the cop needs to be brought up on charges. Just like me, I don't get to walk up to anybody on the street, punch them in the face, and take their wallet. That's theft. Technically, I stole their ID. That's assault and theft. The only difference between what I did and what the cop did is he has a badge. That's the only difference between what the behaviors. And everybody's okay with this. I don't understand. I really don't get it. People need to start waking up over this. For all you guys out there that support cops, by all means, support cops. But at the same time, understand what they're doing, because they're going to do it to you eventually. If it doesn't get stopped now. They've had a chance to correct a lot of these problems back when they did the Rodney King beatings. Nobody wants to correct these things. I don't know why. But these things need to be corrected. Cops now today say, well, policy says I'm allowed to do this. Policy doesn't trump constitutional rights. State law can't trump your constitutional rights. They are protected rights. So we need to get back to our basics, back to our Constitution. Apply the Constitution every time you get a legal matter going. Apply it. Pray that the Constitution will protect you. Pray to God. Okay? But we have to step up and fix this. And maybe I'm the one that needs to step up and fix this. I don't know. I will see what it takes to get into Congress and talk to them. But it's probably going to take a miracle for me to do that. because I'm a nobody. So, but anyway, you guys have a good night. I'm not trying to make anybody upset and mad, but there has to be a counterbalance. Cops can't just walk up and start doing whatever they want because their policy says so. I mean, I'm seeing people getting kicked out of public buildings because they're recording them doing actual business, like FOIA requests, stuff like this. And the only way they can get evidence that they actually did it is by video, because they won't give receipts. So, and then they're turning around and arresting people for videotaping them doing their FOIA requests. So they have proof in court that they did it, instead of just hearsay. It's crazy right now. But there's a lot more stuff that needs to be talked about, but tonight's not the night for that. But please, pray on it. Read the Constitution. My grandfather had to learn the Constitution from front to back in World War II. In Vietnam, there were people that had to learn the Constitution front and back because they had to understand why they were fighting for what they were fighting for. Today, nobody cares about the Constitution except a handful of people. And I'm one of those. So, we need to get back to our roots. And we need to get back to our Christian roots. Prayer. Communicate with our neighbors. Bless our neighbors instead of curse our neighbors. We need to show love and respect. Only then can we start walking forward and correcting what's going on. Alright, guys. You guys have a good night. God loves you. Talk to you tomorrow.